Cindy here. Hope everybody's having an amazing Thursday. Can't believe it's Thursday already. I can't tell who's on here, but hair's going crazy. Anyway, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to watch our event today and gotten a chance to actually see what the sessions that were featured. One of them is a friend of mine, Paulina. The other one is Mike Goldstein. But we talk deeply around, Paulina and I talk about, are you ready for marriage, and how to express that and express who you are and what you bring to the table. Hi, Pamela. And so what I want to do is talk to you guys a little bit deeper about communication, because let's face it, it is one of those things when it comes to having conversations, men and women both shy away from. Wouldn't you guys agree? Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you think so. And feel free to ask me any questions. You can post them below. If I don't get a chance to answer them today, I certainly will send you a response, because I want to help you guys and grow and master this area of your life. And communication is one of the number one issues when it comes to relationships. And it's in all relationships. We can get backed up with communication. We can get triggered by it. And so it's kind of like I was telling this to one of my clients earlier. It's kind of like taking a moment and taking a couple of deep breaths. So, right? And even the yoga breath, like in through the nose, out through the mouth. What's coming up for me right now? And what is true, right? So, it's kind of like the old thought process, stop, drop, and roll when in a fire danger situation. But, when it comes to communicating with men, one of the things that I recommend is always starting, making sure that it's the right time. So by doing that, all you have to do, and usually you guys, these are simple 2 to 5 minute conversations. So maybe you want to make sure you have his attention, because if you remember, men are single focused. So they need to, you want to have his undivided attention. So maybe he's watching a game on the TV, so you put your hand on his shoulder and you say, hey sweetie, let me know when you have a minute. I have something to share with you. Or if you're in early dating, I would say something along the lines of, gosh, maybe you're just, you're dating other people, he's dating other people. Hopefully you haven't committed too quickly, because that can actually, that can create, a lot of times when there's strong attraction and you commit too quickly without setting healthy boundaries. So this is like a two-prong approach. Then what happens is, oh, hi, Katie. What happens oftentimes is as quickly as you guys jump in, there'll be a letdown. He may pull back a bit, and that can cause us to freak out. So when having conversations around, gosh, it would make me happy if I heard from him more often between our dates. Now remember, the way to approach it is you start positive. You just say, hey, I so appreciate the time that we spend together. It makes me really happy every time we're together. And I just wanted to share that with you. And what would make me even happier, I'm not kidding, is if I got to hear from you more. Either hear your voice more or get a text message more often. I'm saying more a lot, but a bit more frequently in between our dates. What do you think? And you zip it. And you give him the space to provide that for you. You could also say something else along the lines of, what it would provide for me is, a feeling that you're thinking about me when we're not together. And that makes me feel really secure and loved. I mean, it depends on you, your verbiage, how you speak. And if you're in early dating and relationship development, it's really important to, quantify it. I always like to see a progression when it comes to relationships and relationship development. Now, hopefully, like I said, if this is early relationship development, you're dating other people. You're getting to know other people. So you're not as concerned and you don't act too attached. Hey, this is what would make me really happy. It would provide me with a feeling that I'm cared for and that I crossed your mind throughout the day. And women, we typically need that a little bit more than men. And when men understand the why behind it and they're inspired to do it, they do. But you've got to give them space to do it, because with men, it has to be their idea. And part of the reason why you want to date other people too, even if you meet a guy and you're like totally digging his chili and he seems to be digging yours, that's awesome. Really? No, I wouldn't say that, Julie. Do you mind if if you say something like this, so if you're saying something along the lines of, hi guys, I'm loving the hearts. If you're just getting random text messages from a guy and he's not asking to spend time with you, that might be something else altogether. You are clearly continuing to date. If a guy's not spending a lot of time with you, you don't invest much time into him. So if the guy just randomly texts you once in a while and he doesn't ask to see you, you can, and I'll throw out a scenario. Okay. So let's just say you're online dating and between dates. Oh, got it. Okay. Let me see. No, you don't want to say, I really love your random text. Just say, you know what? I love it when I hear from you in between our dates. And what would make me really happy is if I heard from you on a more often or more frequently in between the times that we see each other. What do you think? And you can take it a step further. It would provide me with, it would provide me with happiness, knowing, a deeper fulfillment and happiness, knowing that you think about me when we're not together. And men want to make women happy. So if he hears happy, you can't say it enough. And they want to provide. So if you say, well, it would provide me with happiness that when I get your text or I hear from you, I hope that's helpful, Julie. Hi, Janae. Welcome. So we're talking about communication, and, and you give him time to process that, and he may even try to quantify it. Like, well, how often are you thinking? Are you thinking every day? Are you thinking 3 times a week? Are you thinking, what are you thinking? And you could say, it would make me really happy to hear from you daily. And I always love to hear your voice, or even just get a quick message. Again, it provides me with the feeling that things are moving forward. And I'm, so I'm seeking a relationship that progresses. So those are some of the things to say. And and this is important, and I'm talking about communication and earlier relationship development, because you want to keep it on the positive side, because then he's inspired, right? It's kind of like if, you don't want to say, gosh, I really don't hear from you that much. And it would be great if you could at least text me once a day in between our dates. So you've got to have, if you inspire them by telling them that this pleases you or makes you happy, and when you're with him, you're communicating that, like, gosh, it makes me so happy that, you picked out this great restaurant and I really enjoyed it. And, if he is reaching out to you, he's interested. And if, one of the things to do is don't respond right away, and, wait an hour or two before you respond, and, always respond in kind. And I think I talked about this a little bit yesterday, is, keeping your messages a little bit shorter than his. And just not being afraid to set healthy boundaries and know what your boundaries are. So, if you're not in a committed relationship, you don't sleep with them, perhaps. I would strongly recommend that. By the way, for women, that's more protection than anything. And, I have even clients that will wait until they're married. So it's really, being clear on that. And when if he doesn't show up and you're continuing to date him and things are not progressing, maybe it's another month down the road, so you're 3 or 4 months in and things don't seem to be progressing, although you really enjoy spending time with him, you can say something like this: I just got to tell you, again, you could do it while you're walking together, or this conversation, you're going to want to say it and then kind of exit stage left. It's usually better to do it in person. So when you're grabbing a coffee or something like that, just say, I really enjoy spending time together. I always love our conversations. It's so much fun. I feel really happy when I'm around you. And I've noticed that it feels like things aren't progressing, and I am seeking a relationship that it progresses beyond the dating stage into a relationship and eventually marriage. And I'm not sure if we're on the same page or not. And it's completely fine if you're not. It's completely fine if you're not. Sorry, lost my train there for a second. And if that's the case, we'll part ways, no hard feelings. It's your call. What do you think? And then you go away. You're like, I should get going. And I'll let you think about that. You give him that power, but you're standing in your power and you're saying, this is what I'm seeking. And why do guys you've dated and think it's over reach out to date again months later? Because they're still thinking about you, Tina. And perhaps, I know a little bit about you, you've provided them with something that they want, and they know that they can, if they sweet talk you enough, right? Maybe you'll sleep with them, or maybe you'll do that, and he only has to show up a certain amount. But when you set really healthy boundaries, what happens, and you're like, I'm not ready to rush into things. I really do like you. I'm so happy we reconnected, because that does happen from time to time as timing can be off. And, this is a really important area of my life, and I want to take my time with it. I mean, frankly, many people spend more time researching flat screen TVs or vacations than, like thinking about commitment in their love life. This is really important and vital. So I'm going to take my time here, and that includes me continuing to get to know other people as well. I mean, at this point, I can't imagine, feeling more connected with anyone else. And I hope you understand. I hope that helps. So, ladies, there might be some men on here too, but ladies, I hope this is helpful, because, communication, no matter what, is the cornerstone for men and women both feeling safe and connected in partnership. So I hope this is helpful, and this is really meant to help you guys. I love all the hearts. Thanks, Robin. You rock. This is really meant to love you guys up and create a space of helpfulness and mindfulness in this area of your life. And really, it affects every area. Communication is so vital. So please put your responses below. Let me know if you have questions. Feel free to reach out on this platform. I'm here to help. And I'm sending everybody lots of love, big kisses, happy Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone.